This is the new Skoda Kushaq. Let's unwrap the camo. Wow. Now let's quickly do a walk around. This is the Skoda Kushaq Facelift, and they have literally lifted the face of the vehicle because almost everything is new here. The key remains the same, which is the flip key. Unlock the car, lock the car, and this is to open the boot of the vehicle. Now the thing is that this car has a new grille, which is slightly different when compared to before. Earlier it had this chrome line that has been removed. Instead it has these chrome vertical bars or ribs, like Skoda likes to call it. This continuous running light treatment as well, which is obviously more visible at night. This is not the radar for ADAS. No ADAS here. So obviously you do not get a lane keep assist camera, but you get a rain sensor there. And obviously the bumper is new as well. You get 4 parking sensors at the front. No front camera here. No 360-degree parking camera either. This is actually the provision for the towing hook. The fog lamps are new because these are LEDs now. Earlier it was halogen. In fact, this was also halogen, the indicator, which is also new. So new lights here. Skoda crystal lighting, it says on the inside. So yes, a fresh front end, but the design change is very much evolutionary, not revolutionary. So unless and until you are a big Kushaq fan, you might not be able to really recognize what all has changed at the front. The bonnet is the same as before because no sheet metal changes as such. Straight away, let me open the engine bay. This is the 1 litre 3-cylinder TSI engine, which has been carried forward as it is. No insulation there. However, it gets a new gearbox. Yes, first in segment 8-speed torque converter gearbox known as the AQ300. The 6-speed manual has been carried forward. Now, before I give you more details of this car, let me show you this awesome car perfume from Involve Your Senses. This is the Involved Explorer. It is actually inspired by India's space missions. It looks like a rocket, smells damn awesome, fantastic. I really love the smell of this one. And it is obviously very easy to use because you just have to stick it on the dashboard with the 3M tape. Looks fantastic. This is actually an official collaboration with ISRO. Wow, so this is very much a collectible. Looks so damn freaking cool, and you can get yours with a 10% discount using coupon code FASTBEAM. Click somewhere on the top right corner of the screen right now. The alloy wheel design has been changed here. So new design of the alloy wheels. The alloy wheel design actually looks quite nice because other brands are making shitty alloy wheel designs, which are obviously having aero wheels and all those things, but these are real ones because dual tone treatment, fantastic. I love it. 205, 55, 17 is the size of the tires. The tire size remains the same as before. No change on that front. You get this body cladding which runs through the car to reduce the visual bulk, but this is obviously plastic here. Thankfully they have not put gloss black here. So again, Skoda has been smart enough there, but gloss black is here where the Skoda word mark has been given, and obviously you get this thing. What is this? The chrome line. On the Monte Carlo variant, you actually have Monte Carlo written here. No camera here, I told you, no 360-degree parking camera, chrome line which runs from here. Lots of cuts and creases. Request sensor on the passenger side as well. Chrome on the door handle too. Since there are no sheet metal changes and this is a facelift, the length remains the same as before, which happens to be slightly more than 4.2 meters. The wheelbase is around 2.65 meters. And in terms of the wheelbase, it was the longest in the segment when this car was launched in July 2021. But now it is not because the Tata Sierra obviously has a longer wheelbase, which is 2.73 meters, something of that sort. So yeah, in terms of size, it's the same as before. Let's step inside. Let me take this awesome car perfume from Involve Your Senses and keep it somewhere here in the center. New upholstery, which is finished in beige, which will obviously get dirty easily in the Indian climate. Monte Carlo obviously gets a separate color, different color. It's more blackish, darkish with red inserts here and there, but I'll do a small walk around on the Monte Carlo also in the later half of this video. No rear sun blinds, a bit disappointing there. Lot of hard plastics everywhere, but some soft touch material here. No one-touch up-down power windows, only on the driver's side. My Polo, which was designed almost 16 years back, has one-touch up and down power windows on all the windows and huge door pockets, like massive. Well, that's what she said. Rear drums, but the 1.5 litre engine has rear discs now. So yes, more power means better braking performance is also needed. These remain the same as before. Actually, this is quite big. Yes, that's what she said. The roof rails are quite functional, I feel. And you get a shark fin antenna and you get a panoramic sunroof now. Yes, that's right, panoramic sunroof has been added in this car. So Skoda is listening to feedback and giving us this crazy sunroof as well, which brings in a lot of airiness. In fact, the base variant also gets a sunroof. Wow, the base variant also gets a rain sensing wiper, and it also gets a rear wiper, washer and defogger. Oh my goodness, Skoda is offering so many features even on the base variant, which is supremely impressive. Now let's talk about space. There's good amount of footroom, there's good amount of legroom as well, there's good amount of knee room. This is slightly scooped out. Under thigh support is decent, not the best, but it's good enough. And headroom is also adequate enough because they've actually scooped this out, but the rear seat is a bit too upright, cannot be reclined, the angle is fixed here. So rear seat experience is actually good, not the best in the segment, but it's good enough. But first in segment, it gets massage, that's right, it gets rear seat massage. The problem is, when you turn on the massage, unless and until you feel it on your back, you don't know if the massage is on because there's no light which illuminates when you obviously turn on the massage. Two USB-C charging sockets, rear AC vents, magazine holders, smartphone pocket holder as well. That's kind of nice, but they should have given us height adjustable seat belts, 6 airbags standard across the range. This is not damped, you know, even cheaper cars have it damped wherein it goes back very slowly, so that's a mess. And you get a hook here as well. Rear seat experience is good because center passenger will be comfortable because the floor is almost flat, but hard plastics everywhere, obviously. Meanwhile, you get a center armrest with twin cup holders, a headrest for the center passenger, which is welcome here, and the seats are actually nice and comfortable. You get ISOFIX child seat mounts as well. So yeah, the rear seat is become quite nice because of the massage function. Who saw that coming? I definitely did not see that coming. I saw 360-degree parking camera coming, but that hasn't come. But rear seat massage has come because they're like less differentiated from the Kayak by giving it more features which the Kayak doesn't offer. And the dashboard is same but different. I'll come to that in a bit. Let me step out from here. Okay, it's a nice experience, the rear seat. Improved honestly because of the massage alone, which will obviously help for rear seat occupants, because who offers massage? That's a commendable feature honestly. Now in terms of ground clearance, it is 188 mm, which is decent enough, and a lot of changes have been done at the rear end as well. You get this connected light treatment, but the brake light is here as well as here. High mounted stop lamp with a rear spoiler, rear wiper washer as well. Skoda lettering here on the connected tail light, and you get this chrome which was there earlier as well. Says Kushaq here. Monte Carlo actually has the badging right here. You get only 3 parking sensors at the rear. So some people do 2, some people do 4. Skoda does 3, which is an odd number as such. Now this is a reflector. This is the rear fog right there, and the bumper has been changed as well. So a lot of revisions here and there. This is the camera. I see a hole here. Probably the camera unit is the one which has a spray coming out, but there is no spray here obviously. Meanwhile, the exhaust is placed here, which tells you that this is a 1 liter because only single exhaust pipe here. The 1.5 has 2 of them. Let's open the boot because Skoda has done a Tata. In the communication, they say that the boot space is 491 liters, factoring it till the top without the parcel shelf. Earlier, they were calling it 385 liters in terms of boot carrying capacity. So yes, they are also doing stuff which Tata does, because Tata is like 620 liters in the Sierra, which is actually 450 liters. Now, you get the first aid kit, which is very cheap. That is the jack. Rose must be hiding somewhere, I don't know. And because it's a Skoda, it gets this strap here, another strap here, halogen light. This hook can take 3 kgs. Meanwhile, this one can also take 3 kgs. This, I don't know what it can take because there's no mentioning of what weight it can take. And the spare wheel is not an alloy. It's smaller sized as well. That is actually the subwoofer. So, MRF tires here. What's the size of the spare wheel? 205, 55, 16. And obviously, you can split forward the seats, fold them actually. 40-60 format, which increases the boot carrying capacity. And you hold this and you shut the boot, and there it shuts. So yes, slight changes here and there to improve the overall experience. You get dynamic swipe indicators. Earlier, the indicators were halogen. Now they are LEDs. So everything has turned LED in the facelift. I think they intentionally designed the car to have halogens when the car is launched, and then in the facelift they do all these changes. Fuel obviously goes in here. E20 compliant. We need to be E27 compliant in a few years. What's happening? Nitin Gadkari, stop taking the soul out of cars. Not appreciated at all. Powered seats. Both the front seats are powered. 6-way powered seat, obviously. Got a proper dead pedal there, and a lot of hard plastics almost everywhere. There was a strap earlier which has been removed. Door pockets are big enough, and here power window switches are illuminated, obviously. Controls for the outside rear view mirror adjustment, but only the driver side gets one touch up and down. Come on, give it for all the windows because Seltos is offering it. Meanwhile, chrome door handles, a nice touch. Control for the headlights, turn on the lights, front fogs, rear fogs, headlight leveler has been given as well. Now the seats are nice and comfortable. It obviously says airbag here. And now Why should you buy a Skoda and not a more attractively priced Tata Sierra? I will tell you right away. Because Skoda understands things. Okay, it's a global brand which obviously understands what customers should get. So that's the reason you have a dedicated button. Yes, there's a freaking dedicated button for the sunblind. There's a freaking dedicated button for the sunblind. And obviously there's a different switch to open the sunroof, which is obviously a panoramic one, so it obviously opens till here. Now this thing brings in a lot of airiness inside. Yeah, go all the way behind. Chalte rahe bhai. So this is the reason why I love Skoda. They know what is the right thing to do, not put everything in one switch. So that's kind of fantastic. I like it. Let's shut this sunroof. Yeah, this is something which was expected, a panoramic sunroof, because obviously in this segment a lot of other brands are also offering a panoramic sunroof. Meanwhile, here you do not get a mirror, you only get a strap here for your toll receipts, but we have FASTag, so why do I even need it? Here you get a mirror though, and light control here on the top has been given. It has got connected car tech. Obviously even the base variant is getting auto dimming mirror, I believe, and this is a Skoda, so it has this thing like a ticket holder, which is also a nice touch. So do you notice anything new? Well, for the most part, not much has changed here. I think this is to keep some stuff which will obviously fly. Skoda audio. So yes, it says Skoda sound there. No branded audio system here. I think it has got 4 speakers, 4 tweeters, and subwoofer, amplifier and all that. Audio quality is actually decent, not great.
Open Gangnam Style.
The steering has 2 spokes. It doesn't get the flat bottom treatment as such. The horn is not that great somehow. Hard plastics almost everywhere. Skoda branding here, and I like the treatment of the dashboard. It's quite premium. You'll get this chrome line here. The glove box is decent sized. It gets the cooling function as well, which is quite good. You get 2 cup holders here, and here you keep your bottle and you can open it because this rubber thing supports it. This is the key holder. You get a regular handbrake. You do not get electric parking brake here, and this is the new gear, not the new gearbox, I mean this is the gear lever. The gearbox is new, not the gear lever. Yeah, easy to operate. 12-volt charging socket has been given here obviously, and you get a wireless charging pad as well. 2 USB-C charging sockets. Air conditioning controls are touch based, but it's not as bad as I've seen in other cars. So yeah, it's actually easy to use. It's a single zone climate control air conditioning system, not a dual zone, which rivals obviously offer. And because this is a Skoda, they are smart enough to know that your ventilation button has to be physical right here, not in the touchscreen. So that's again something which is fantastic. In fact, can you hear that? Yes, the fan is a bit noisy for the seat ventilation. And this is the hazard light button, stop start button. Obviously this slides ahead and behind. Some storage space has been given here, and I think I have dropped something somewhere. Yeah, let me just get over there. It is. Poor little thing fell down. It's supposed to go to the moon and back, but it somehow fell, so I can stick it somewhere in the corner wherever I want it. That's kind of cool. So physical buttons are there. More would be better. This touch slider, not the best, but it works somehow. So it's slightly easier to use when compared to other touch panels, which probably rivals offer. It says air care. I believe it has a air filter as well. Steering is adjustable both for reach as well as rake, and you've got paddle shifters, plastic ones. Automatic, no headlights. Yeah, headlights are automatic, and the wipers, well, they are obviously swapped the positions because German brands obviously have it ulta when compared to Asian brands. Buttons here which are very premium with this knurled finishing as well. It's a new 10.25 inch screen, which is actually fantastic because obviously you have got multiple views here, so I can change what data I want to see. So this is actually the global cluster which has finally made it to our shores, because globally these models had the same ones before. Yes, this exact same cluster has been offered in the global Polo or the Polo sedan and all those things, which is actually the Virtus in India. So I can change the cluster mode and I can do a lot of things here. I like this big cluster. It is absolutely fantastic. And obviously when you turn on the vehicle, it will say Skoda right there. No heads up display here. So some features are definitely missing here, which could have been added in the facelift, considering the competition is also offering it. Now, okay, seat ventilation is making a lot of sound. AC vent placement here with this nice chrome line as well. This is a 10.1 inch screen, which is very slick to use. So let's come into reverse. This is the reverse parking camera. So this is actually the 360-degree parking sensors. And why is the reverse parking camera not working? Simply because the boot, it hasn't shut only. So I tried to shut it with a little bit of love. I think my love language is not audible to most of the people. So now it's shut properly. Now let me show you the reverse parking camera. It actually shows you which exact door is open here, which is a nice touch. So coming to reverse, This is a reverse parking camera. It does not get adaptive guidelines, 360-degree parking sensors. And because this is a Skoda, they're smart enough to understand that people want to turn off traction control. So the button is right there always. So you can simply turn it off, come into front and rear parking sensors, and come into the air conditioning controls. So you can operate the air conditioning from here as well. They've also done another thing here. They have added Google Gemini support, so AI support. So it will help you if you want to search for something. That's kind of nice as well. Come out from here, and obviously you can get into the various settings. There's a valet mode as well, but the good thing is that it has got a ton of apps. For that, all I have to do is scroll here. Yeah, there are multiple apps. There's Amazon Music, BBC World, you get cricket scores, there's Spotify as well. Velvet, there's a browser. You can actually go and search for this car's competitor using this button, and there's YouTube too, which means you can watch videos on the go, which is fantastic. Resolution and all is actually nice enough, and thankfully they've not done triple screens because that would be an overload of screens. So Skoda knows what's right, what's not, because in terms of the whole UI of this, it's absolutely fantastic. In fact, if you're listening to music here, it also shows you right here which particular song you're listening to. So that's again a very nice thing. You know what they could have done? They should have at least given it a blind view monitor, but for that you have to have 360-degree parking cameras or side cameras and all, which unfortunately this car does not get. So it's a slick screen to use. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, both of them connect wirelessly as well, and then this can use Wi-Fi to be able to use all these apps, and I'm sure you can download more of these apps and stuff. So very easy to use this system, quite nicely done. And then in lights, what do I have? Ambient lighting. There are two colors for the ambient lighting. Ambient lighting comes here. So right now I've turned on red and there's a white color. Just two colors for the ambient lighting. More colors would be really nice and appreciated as well. See this chrome treatment, these small subtle changes to try and make this car look premium. That's actually a nice touch. But as I see it, there could have been more changes. Although the powertrains are so fantastic, nothing much should have been changed there in the first place. Diesel should be brought back, considering this segment has 60% of diesel. But now I think let's go and see the Monte Carlo. And here it is, the Monte Carlo. Obviously you can see the changes right here because everything is finished in gloss black, including the grille, which obviously looks quite premium with these red inserts here. The Monte Carlo logo with the checkered flag obviously, and the bumper also gets the gloss black treatment, available with a 1.5 litre TSI engine, which obviously looks different when compared to the 1 litre TSI. This engine is fantastic because sub 10-second time to go from 0 to 100 km per hour, 150 horsepower, 250 Newton meters of torque, paired to only a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox option. Now, in terms of other changes, well, obviously it gets red colored brake calipers and it gets the Monte Carlo badging right here, dual tone treatment. So the mirrors are finished in gloss black, and so is the roof, and even the roof rails, they are finished in black. So definitely the Monte Carlo looks quite nice. In fact, the Monte Carlo is available right from the launch. Usually they launch it much later, so that's again a very nice thing. And because this is the 1.5 litre TSI, it gets rear discs as well. In fact, even the base variant gets climate control, air conditioning, alloy wheels, and front and rear LED lights, which is fantastic. Again, gloss finishing here on the bumper. Monte Carlo badging, 1.5 TSI written here, again finished in gloss with I written in, I finished in red here. Same here, Kushaq finished in gloss black, and you get this gloss black line instead of the chrome line. So they have made like sportier black treatment on the Monte Carlo, which looks fantastic. The complete interior also has gloss black finishing. Not really, it has black finishing actually. So yeah, everything is finished in black with nice red stitching, which looks very premium. Monte Carlo badging here on the headrest, which is also fantastic. Even the roof lining and all finished in black. So instead of opting for beige, it's completely black, very sporty. Again, this beautiful red stitching looks quite premium here. So definitely all these changes make the Monte Carlo look phenomenal in terms of design and appeal as well. And that's not it. They've actually gone ahead and taken efforts to make changes to the instrument cluster too. Now you notice this nice finishing here. This is sort of maroon finishing and red stitching here, double stitching. Beautiful. Monte Carlo badging here. Wow. You get metal pedals there, amazing. So yes, lot of effort with a lot of red treatment or maroon treatment almost everywhere. In fact, the cluster is slightly different too. So obviously you have slightly different graphics behind, which obviously look cool. But they have gone ahead and given the 1.5 TSI a separate menu. Yes, this particular cluster mode is there in the 1.5 with a soft limiter at 4000 RPM. So rest of it remains the same. By the way, it gets a tire pressure monitoring system as well, and I just slotted it on the dashboard as such. 1.5 TSI is the one to buy, but there is no manual gearbox option only, which is kind of sad. And that's about it. Those are the changes to the Skoda Kushaq Facelift. They have really improved the car, but obviously a diesel should be offered. They're saying we are considering diesel. If they bring diesel now, 10 cars will benefit. Skoda, VW, Audi and a lot more. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's the like button, and don't forget to check out this awesome car perfume from Involve Your Senses. This is the Involve Explorer. I just love it. It looks so damn cool on your dashboard, inspiring you to explore. Well, that was the first look of the Skoda Kushaq Facelift, and Skoda is offering something known as Super Care package, wherein they give you 4 years of roadside assistance, 4-year warranty and 4 labor-free services as well. They know service experience is very important and they're working on it as well, which is absolutely amazing. And what do you think about this video? If you like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, that's the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Comment karo, main nikla, bye.